Have you ever wondered how Roblox developers make so much money? Well, a big part of it is a quite newer approach of monetization by Roblox called premium payout. Essentially, whenever a premium player is playing games on Roblox, a monthly chart of how long they've spent in each game is provided to Roblox. The larger the cut of time they spent on Roblox in that month inside your game, the more Robux you earn. So now this isn't Roblox where you have to make a game pass or develop a product like you usually had to do. This just grows passively, and whenever you're ready to get a payout, you will. It's all automatically gonna happen. Now, while this is passive money, you still actually need premium players to play your game. A big part of that is advertising game to be in their interest. So a very used method is called premium benefits, which essentially are benefits or power-ups in your game, which only the premium players have access to. This way, they get something special over the average player, which may lead to them playing your game and, earning you money. They have fun, you earn Robux. It's a win-win, honestly. So in this scripting tutorial, I'm gonna teach you guys the most basic way of implementing premium benefits into your Roblox game in 2024. Okay, so to get started, you can open up a new base plate like I did, or work in an already existing project, doesn't really matter. Next up, you wanna go to the link in the description, which should look something like this once you get there. Make sure that it's made by ScriptCasual and called about this. Once you get here, you should just press get the model, and you can see it's been added to my inventory. Go back into Studio, open up the toolbox right here in the home menu. Go to My Models, and it should be right here as the first thing. Okay, so it's gonna say this that it has some scripts, so you just say okay because the system has some scripts to work. Okay, so once you get in here, you can see over in the Explorer tab, we have a folder called Premium Benefits Casual Code. Opening it up, we have a README file, a service, and a workspace. So inside the README is just some stuff for players to read. I can go ahead and delete that. Next up, we have the service, which we will drag into it. So into service, and we're going to ungroup this. And in workspace, we're gonna put that in and ungroup that. And we can delete the folder. So essentially now, you can press play, and this should work. So you can see you have your cash up here. And if I go ahead and touch the cash, you can see I get money. But you're probably wondering how this works and how to change some values and stuff from the model. So the main script is inside service. However, each coin has their own script in them. And what the script does, I'll go through it line by line. First off, we have a debounce, which is just a cooldown, so we don't spam the touch function later down. Then we're getting the player service, and we're making our main function. So all this is basically inside this function right here. First off, we're checking if whatever hit its parent is a model. So let's say my leg hit this one, and my leg is inside my player model. So if that is true, if it wasn't the base plate, and the debounce is not on, or the cooldown is not on, then we set the cooldown on, and we get the player from the character, since the player is inside of players and the character is inside workspace. So we get that using get player from character, and then we just put the hit the parent from up here. Then we set the coin's transparency to 1, so it's invisible. We get the leader stats, the cash, and we plus it by 5. You can change it to whatever you want, so -5, but we could just do 10. Then we wait 5 seconds, and we make it visible again, and we turn off the cooldown so it can run again. So if there was debounce or something else hit the model that was not supposed to, then it's just going to print debounce over here. So that's it, and this script is identical for each coin, so you gotta change it in each coin. So let's say this coin now gives 10, right? So I'd have to go in here, make sure this also gives 10, and make sure this also gives 10. Or you can make them give different stuff, it doesn't really matter. Next up, we have the script in service. So inside this script, it's all running inside one function, which is the player added. So this function is going to run every single time a new player is added to the game. So first of all, we make our leader stats, which is all of this. If you've never seen leader stats before, I prefer you actually go ahead and learn it, because if you don't know what leader stats are, then this system is not going to make sense to you. So go learn what leader stats are. I'll leave a link in the description for some guidance. But whatever, we make a cash value right here, give it a name, and give it its start value, which is just going to be 0. Then down here we make a last cache, which is just the cache whenever this variable is ran first. So since it starts from the top of the computer and goes down, the last cache is just worth 0, because that's the value right now of the cache. Then we make a cooldown again, a debounce. Then on this line, we check whenever the property change signal, whenever it's changed. So this essentially just checks every time our value, because cache is a value. So every time cache changes, it could be negative or positive, then this function is going to run. Or this is going to trigger, and then it's going to run this function. So first of all, we're checking if we have debounce. So if we have the debounce cooldown, whatever you want to call it, then we just return end and stop the function right here. But if we don't have cooldown, then we check if the new value is bigger than the last value. So if the player got more coins than they had before, so let's say they picked up a coin, then we can run this. So then we'll set the cooldown to true again, and we'll check their membership type. So if the player has enum.premium, whatever. So if the player has premium, this enum.membership type, then we can change their cache. So this part is fully optional. You can do whatever you want on this part. But the way I do mine is I do the cache.value equals to the cache.value times 0.5. So in total, every time the premium guy gets a coin, picks a coin up, he's gonna get 0.5% more than the guy that doesn't have premium, right? So that's a 5% cash bonus. You could also do like 1.5, that would be 50% more cash, but I think most games have it at about 5 to 20, in the middle of that, right? So if the player's membership type isn't premium, we're just going to print out that they aren't premium, and we're going to print their membership type out. Lastly, down here, we are going to set the debounce to false again, because we want it to be able to run again. And we are going to set the last cache to the cache.value. So the last cache is now going to be the cache that they just had when it came to this line. And that's essentially it. That's the system right there for you. And it works just fine. You can see, so each coin is supposed to give 10, right? But I get 10.5, which is because I have the 5% boost, because 5% or 5 times 10 is 50. So I have 10.50 essentially, 10.5. Now I got 21.5, 33, and blah blah blah. So and then the coins are gonna respawn as well. So yeah, that's basically it for premium benefits. You can advertise this in your game, and you're gonna get more premium players and earn more Robux. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and subscribe to the channel. So you can also join the Discord server right here, which is called Casual Code YT. I'll leave a link in the description. In here you got some basic scripting help stuff where you can get help with any of the systems. You can also leave some video suggestions or your own creations where you can get some feedback, some support. And you can also read the announcements whenever a new video is made. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye bye.